Okay, I'm gonna do more work tonight. It's not that late, it's only 10:30 tonight, so it's an early day. Alright, so this is stuff I blasted the other night. So these rock arms are all rusty, I blasted them. The shafts are all burnt and crispy, and I replaced the one, and I gotta clean up these other ones. And the shift shaft is all rusty, I gotta clean it up too. Bunch of wear on that one. So I can clean that up also. Also cleaned up the pistons. So when you do a piston, you don't want to blast on the face, the thrust face, and you don't want to blast in the ring lands either. If you blast it, the surface will be rough, like this, and then the rings won't seat very well on there until it wears in. So you have a lot of blow-by. So you leave the rings in the piston, so when you blast them, you don't get inside the ring lands. So I already got these all cleaned up. These you scuff with a scrub pad to get any residue of bead off your skirts. And like I said, I blasted the tops and the insides, but not the thrust faces. A little overspray over here, no big deal. This one here cleaned up pretty good too. So I'm just going to take the rings off. Use this ring expander here. Looks like it's a Blackhawk number, whatever the hell that tool number is. Figure it out. So I also blasted all the collars down here also. These things are all nice and clean now. They were all dirty and rusty and shitty looking. And there's an extra one here now too. Let's pick out the best ones. Okay, so this here expands. So put the rings in there. And just expand it out like that. It comes off. It's off. You can see how the ring got blast to it, but it's protecting the piston because it didn't blast all the way down. When the ring line is still black in there, you know you didn't get into it, so you're good. Okay, on the O-rings, you just use a screwdriver or your thumbnail, whatever you want to use, doesn't matter. You got to find where it ends at. You push up 180 across to lift the ring up a little bit so you can grab a hold of it. Just pull it up and just unwrap it. Try to pull it off, not just you yank it off. You yank it off, you chamfer the piston, you don't want to be doing that. You want your ring groove to be sharp as it's going to be. There's it right there. So once you're going to push up on this side, see how it's above the surface, below, above. Get in there, pop it. Ah. Grab your thumbnail, bring it up. It's off. Just kind of pull on it till you find where it goes apart. Pull it off. Okay, now it's ready to be, it'll get one more cleaning before I use it. And then we'll put new rings on it. Look at your clips and make sure they're in there all the way. It doesn't look like it's in all the way for some reason. It's flat, so it is. Gonna make sure your wrist pins go in here smoothly. Not quite brand new, but close enough. Even though these have been cleaned 4 or 5 times, you always have bead residue in there, or you got gunk or junk or whatever. So they get where it comes off. So the beat noise is just going back and forth. Okay, that one's good. Beads embed into the surface and are abrasive. So if you leave them in your motor, they cause issues. Issues you don't like. Okay, we're not reusing these rings. You can reuse the expander with no problem, but don't reuse the actual working rings. There used to be a box. There it is. More rings. and I'm going to try our other wristband here. This one's a little bit cleaner, a little bit looser. Alright, that one comes out. That one's good. So we'll reuse those later. Okay, I'm going to rebuild our rocker arms. So we're going to put new bushings in here. So we're going to pull these out. Jim's rocker arm kit came from CCI when I bought it. So I just pulls them out, pops in there, goes through the bush, catches on the back side. You put the expander between it so it can't collapse and pull it out with a nut on this side. So it works. Right. So, let me get these apart. We'll get to your bike.
Sportster?
Sportster. Your favorite?
I think that's your favorite.
Well, my favorite. Oh, okay. Someone's favorite. That's right, you like knuckleheads. Tolerate panheads if you have to. I remember I used to be able to go all the way through that.
Stuffing or removing?
Removing. We have new ones to put in.
Nice.
Going anymore. Don't re-put the new ones, the old ones back in. I just did 2 of those. Must have missed one. Don't get your finger caught in that. It'll hurt. And when this comes around and hits you, it hurts too. Went in all the way. Doesn't want to go in no more. Too many years of abuse, maybe? That one went in.
Gotcha.
It goes bang, 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 it's my finger. Only about 5 times, real quick. It's fine. They even clean the dirt off the finger. It's trying to cut me. Working on Harleys must be dangerous. Didn't deburr the weld either. stuck on good. Another 8 or 10 years of use, I might have to replace this one. See, it's all buckled. It's all bent in. That's why it doesn't want to, punch don't want to go in no more. Too many years of beating on it. Zip gun. Alright, that's it for that one. I've been accused of throwing stuff around before. Okay, I gotta put our new bushings in. So these we gotta press in. This hole here goes only halfway through the bushing, so you have to line up the hole here with that hole or you don't get the oil out of that. Also there's a split, it's a split bushing. So on a rocker on the pressure's on the top side, so you do not want to put the bushing in like this where the hole lines up and the slot's on the top because that'll wear it out. So you want to flip it over 180, oil hole lines up, and now the slot's over here toward the bottom so it doesn't get eaten up. So that's how you're supposed to put them in. This side has no oil hole, so as long as you put the somewhere on the bottom, like that, you press it together, you're good to go. That's how you do it. So let's go do that. Oh, picture of the ground. Oop. Over there. Rust. 2, 4, 6, 8. Hey, there's 8 of them. Good sign. That is the correct quantity. So, oil holes over here. Groove on bottom. Line up hole. Groove on bottom. Rocker arm. You overhang the block on this side and press on this side, it goes in straight. Those are going in there really tight. Recenter, do it again. 5 tons of pressure on that. Those things went in there pretty damn tight. So when you're all done, the oil hole should line up. Look in there, you can see through the hole. Let's see who did this one. If it doesn't line up, you got a problem. Did you get the wiring all done on the bike?
Oh yeah.
Good. Good. 180. Move over. There's the groove out. There's the groove. It's groovy.
with a big inch sportster?
Nope. Just a stock 1000 with some cams, a little porting. Make it run a little better. Alright. Now you do a little grinding on these. Make them like new. Hard to tell which one I use anymore. We'll use this one. Back to the grinder. It's cold back here. Okay, so this table grinder. Make sure it's halfway straight. Both have the same area equal. Except this isn't flat. There's crap on there. Okay. We take this and grind them. First we grind this face here to make sure it's flat. We'll be grinding on here because it'll be an angle. Make sure it's flat. Burrs. Alright, close enough. They're not very flat to begin with. Oh. Okay, we need a better angle checker. That was not working very good, that block. We'll try this one. Much better. Not sure if that checks angle or not. Yeah, that wouldn't check angle, that piece, because if these weren't a true 90 degrees, it would still be wrong even for the direction. But it was flat, so we'll see what's correct. Okay, now for the fun part. Wipe off the grid on the table. So we lay this on the part we just did, and then you roll it across this surface here at the correct angle and radius. So you put a radius to it. And you sweep it in, make your grind. It can be tricky. You know, it's got wear mark in there. Let's get rid of that. Rocker on also show it's cutting more on this side than that side. But that's also how it's worn, so I think the original arm is ground wrong. So if everything comes in equal all the way across and that goes away, we're probably pretty close. Well, a little bit of pit left. Get your angle in there. That's what he's looking for. Pretty good. It's just a very, very minute amount on that surface. One more sweep should do it. Won't take more than you have to. Good. Shape is good. Good to go. This one looks like it's worn more evenly, so let's see how the grind looks. There's the shape this one was. Maybe on the bottom here. Looks like it's still cutting relatively even. I think it's quite enough off the tip there though. Pretty good. A little bit on the very tip there, then clean. I think it's looking pretty good though. Give it one more sweep. Pretty good. I don't want to cut the tip off completely and make that coming all the way. Use the angle. So these are a little bit hard on the surface, but they're not real hard. You can grind quite a bit off before you go all the way through. These two we got to do from the opposite side because the table's going the other way. If you're going to try to blow up and hit me in the face, you got to hold them really tight. If you have a reversing table, you can turn it the opposite direction. This one doesn't reverse. When I got the old shop does. Nothing's ground. This is ground wrong. It's got a really sharp angle there and it's really flat. When you look at it, it's been reground. See the marks on there? They don't look very even and consistent. So this has been reground wrong. This one here is a little bit better, but still a little bit different. So we'll square it up a little bit to make it a little bit better. Now I know it's wrong because I do a lot of these, but you might not know that. A little more deeper into it. Cut off that real high spot right there, make it more equal. And it looks like we're coming across the top pretty good also now. Has a nice shape to it. And this one here has the same issue as that last one. Is that an angle? Way bogus. 3 of the 4 are pretty close. This one's way off, so it's not me. Well, this over here is all bogus. Something's bogus. Almost got it. Bird's looking good. One more sweep. Looks good that time. We got a good angle. Yeah, that one's way the hell off. You want to cross them like that every now and then. Okay, so these are all done now. So now these are ready to be honed out, which we'll do next day or so. So they're ready to be honed now. All right, that's it for tonight again. Now I'm going to work on a shovel head.